primarily a cow-calf operation. We're located in Central Florida, basically Hillsborough County and Manatee, which is southeast of Tampa, Florida, 20 miles. And we use black bulls, purebred Angus bulls, and purebred Charolais bulls, basically. We do use some Brahma and Brangus to get some ear back into our cattle, because in the state of Florida and all the southeast, basically, you got to have some ear in these cattle to make them operate. We look for a black-hided calf to sell to the market. Market is kind of dictating that's what they want. Seems to work in our operation, and we get a good growthy calf out of that type of bull. We sell on the internet, and we've been doing that for several years with producers, and it works for us. We do a vaccine program. We implant our steer calves twice. Once when we first work them in December, when we cut them to steer them, and the second time when we do the vaccines and all, we do implant the steer calves again. We currently do not implant our heifers. We used to, but we're not still convinced that it doesn't do something to the heifers later on. So we've quit doing that over the last 2 or 3 years. The internet and producers in particular have been good to us. We've had a long relationship. We've been with them since the mid-90s, back when it was the satellite days. And they have, of course, improved to the internet days today. It was interesting because last year we were working some cows on a day that we were selling calves, and I was in the pens, and I got out of the pens, got on the laptop where I could still see the crew working cows, so I was selling calves on the internet on the computer and watching the boys in there work the calves. If you'd have told me that 10 years ago, I'd have said it'll never happen. Producers, especially the Clemens family, it's a long story to get into, but there's a loyalty there. Jeff Jeter's been our rep since '96, and we've just got a good relationship with him. It seems like when we put a load together, it just works better. Age and source verification is something that's come along in the last few years, and it's really gotten pushed here recently. We kind of tried to avoid it. We did it one year, didn't do it, but we did it this last year. It was a lot easier for us. And now that I think they've got all the kinks worked out of it, it is a lot easier. So we'll probably continue to do that from now on. We don't know that we're getting a premium for it, but we do know we're getting more buyers bidding on those cattle. So you're probably getting paid for it, you just don't realize it, just like your vaccines. We buy our tags with our date of birth from producers. They supply them for us. So it gives you that verification process. It was very simple to do this year, and I think it is going to pay off. I tried to watch the numbers. It might not be much, but I don't think it's costing you anything, and that's the main thing. And if you're making a sale somewhere down the road and you've got 2 extra bidders, somewhere you're going to get a little extra money. It might be $5 a head, it might be $25 a head. It's a hard number to put together, just like the vaccines, but trust me, if you don't do it, you're going to get docked. Also on the internet system, when we sell, we have a 3 to 4 week window that we put in there for a delivery date. So say we're having a bad year growing forages and we feel like our cattle maybe are not getting the extra growth they need, we know we've got that extra 3 or 4 weeks to grow them out and take advantage to the end. If we feel like the cattle are getting a little too big, we'll sell at the early end. Producers and the buyers have been very flexible with that. We try to set up a date sometimes a month earlier or 2 months. I mean, sometimes we take it right down to 2 weeks before we're going to deliver. And they're very, very flexible about saying, okay, listen, that's the date you want, that's the date we're going to send it. They take care of the trucking for me. I basically don't have to do anything to get the cattle in the pens. The rep comes there, sorts through them with us, gets them on the truck, and they get sent. We get our check then, and that's a beautiful thing. It's a good payday on that day.